You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM. NBC Radio News is KCAA News Talk 1050, the Inland Talk Express.
Coming up next is Let's Go Shopping with Bev, co-host Diane, here on the station that leaves no listener behind, AM 1050, KCAAradio.com.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Shopping with Bev. This show brought to you by Starflight Entertainment. Music by Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band. Song title, Living in Paradise. Now here's Bev.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody, and I hope your traveling time, wherever you are, is going nice and easy. And I'm glad everybody is here. And let's say hello to Diane, the one and only co-host and shopping diva.
Good afternoon, folks. And it's fall, y'all.
Yeah, I was going to get to that in a minute. And for our very, very special guest and very good friend, we have Rhonda from RestLeSs Design. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, how you doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
And I bet you're happy you finally got off them freeways, huh?
Oh, yes. It was kind of crowded.
Yeah, that poor kid, she called me in a panic. I'm stuck. And I said, just keep on coming, and I'm glad you finally made it here.
I did. I made it.
Yes. Now, and also we'd like to say to everybody, happy first day of fall. Yes, it's 155,000 degrees outside, but it is the first day of fall. And that means pretty soon the leaves will hopefully be falling, and they're going to be changing colors, and the pumpkins are going to come out, and the scarecrows are going to come out, and kids are going to be running around here pretty soon going trick-or-treat, and then all the fun stuff that we can start doing.
Can't wait.
I know it.
We do fun stuff all the time, but
yes.
It's just a different color now.
Yes, it
and
is.
a little cooler, too.
Well,
yes,
it is
we
a little
hope.
cooler at night.
Hopefully it will be.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's been a little cooler at night.
Yeah.
We've had some crazy weather, though, this year with all the humidity and, getting so hot in the afternoon. But it's fall.
Yeah.
So now that means, time to start thinking about baking and costume making and
shopping.
Yeah.
And eating. And eating. They have all the good food coming. Right, Rhonda?
I eat all year round, so.
Oh, yeah, we all do, huh? Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and Rhonda, how is it getting up in your neck of the woods now?
Well, the weather is starting to cool just a little, and like Diane said, it's nice because at least at night it cools down, so in the morning it'll take it a little while before it gets up into the 90s. So.
Yeah, well, it could be worse. We could be back east.
Right. We could have really bad humidity or severe rain. So I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah. And who's going to listen to us anyway? Right. Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, whatever you decide to do, happy fall. And we're glad that you're tuning in and you're listening to us. And now also, before we get started, we would like to talk about Route 66, a rendezvous that we just got done doing last weekend. And our hats are off to everyone that helped. It took almost a full year to put this whole thing together. That's how long that it takes. And the marvelous job that everybody did, all the different companies that were out there, all of the vendors were out there, which is nice because we got some really good stuff from these vendors, and all of the cars. And we had people from 5 different countries over here this year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
They expected about 50,000, and I think they were all there on Saturday.
Yes, I think you're right.
I have to say that the L.A. County Fair, the Orange County Fair, neither one of those did I have the crowds to try and walk through as I did at Route 66. Mm-hmm. It was a great turnout. There's a lot of great cars. There always are. Oh, yes. And what I loved about it is where we were set up, because we did live broadcasting, as everybody knows, and we were right next door to the California Theater of Performing Arts. And it's right on the corner of 4th and E, and so as the cars are doing their little drive-thrus,
or drive past, whatever they call it. So we had a chance to see a lot of the cars then, and then a lot of them did come up on 4th Street before they blocked it off. So that was a lot of fun.
It was pretty cool.
Yes, it really was.
Cool. And it's always really nice because when you go to these events, you always see people you haven't seen for a while.
Yeah.
So that's always fun. And then they had great shows at the California Theater.
Yes, they did.
They had Chuck Berry on Friday night. Mm-hmm. They had Chubby Checker, which I've got to say, he put on an amazing show. The man is going to have a birthday October 2nd.
Yeah, and he's going to be...
And 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, can he move?
Oh, boy, I'm going to tell you.
Shaking it up.
And we had a chance to go and see him at when we got done doing the broadcasting and everything. The place was mobbed. And what I loved about it is they have now everybody that is performing there on the screen, they have a picture of them and their name. And, so while everybody is sitting there, they can look at that. They had all the instruments set up on the stage and what have you. And right before he came on, they started showing black and white movies. Rhonda, you should have been there. It was cool.
It would have been really fun. I can remember my mom having one of his records, and did he do the twist?
The twist, yes, he did.
Still does.
Yeah, but when they started showing the black and white film of him is when he was little. And through the years and how he grew up. Finally, he got done. The band came out, started playing. He walked out, introduced himself, and that man started singing and dancing, bringing the house down for 2 hours, and that man did not take one break.
Isn't that amazing?
Not a break.
The closest thing to a break was while his saxophone player was playing, and he got to take a couple sips of water. And he was still backup singing during that. Mm-hmm. So it was amazing. He looked fabulous. He was even pulling people up onto the stage. I'm thinking, he's up there in years. Uh-huh. He's in great shape to be able to do that. So I was quite impressed. He sang forever, and that impressed me incredibly also. And it was so much fun.
Yes, it was. And then when he started doing that song, Let's Twist Again, everybody in the audience was standing up. They were dancing by their seats, and it was just we could go on and talking about the show,
great.
But it was absolutely fabulous.
It was a lot of fun.
And we would like to thank Owen and Wayne and everybody from the California Theater of Performing Arts for doing everything that you do with all these performers coming in and the comedy acts and the ballets and everything. Thank you for, working as hard as you are to bring that kind of talent into San Bernardino. It's unbelievable. And next week what we're going to start doing is talking about all the performances coming up, the dates, the times, and if we get free tickets, we'll let you know about how you can call in to get the free tickets and all of that. So we're on for the holiday season.
That's right. You always want to tune in on Friday because you never know who or what we're going to have on this show. And we do have a great surprise for everybody next week. So they're going to definitely want to tune in and see what we've got for you. It's going to be fun. And you can find out, we'll get something out there on the KCAA Facebook page.
Yes.
So.
Yes. And also, talking about surprises, if everything goes according to plan in the middle of October, we're going to have another big surprise coming for you. And we're not going to tell you who, what, or anything about it.
Because it's a surprise.
It's a surprise, yes. Right. And we're going to have fun with this. And I see a light flashing. Eric, is there someone on the phone?
Yes, there is. I have a quick question for you guys.
Yes.
Did you guys or did you know anyone who saw Chuck Berry?
No.
Before? No?
No.
I heard a little feedback.
And how was it? No bueno.
The California Theater puts on some great shows.
Okay. Well, on the line right now we have Cathy Stevenson from Up Your Alley.
All right.
Good. Hey, Cathy, how you doing?
Hey, doll, how are ya?
We're doing good, and Diane is with us.
Good. Hi, Diane. How are
I'm hanging in. How are you?
I am just fine, still recovering from the bridal fair.
Oh, I'm so sorry you didn't get to go.
Me too. It was a good time.
I'm sure it was. It sounded fabulous. Hope we helped get the news out there and had some people show up for you.
Well, we did have about 200 people, so I think somebody did something right. We had about 100 guests, and everybody had a great time. The champagne was flowing, and the cake was everywhere.
Wow.
So, and the location couldn't have been better. It was at beautiful Stewart Cellars, which is really a hidden treasure in Temecula wine country.
I do believe I've been there.
It's beautiful. It's one of the smaller boutique wineries, and the owner, Susan Stewart, she just couldn't be classier and nicer. She's the most warm person on the planet. And the winery itself has trees and a breeze, which is sometimes unusual, especially this time of year.
You had a breeze?
We did. We had a breeze. It was still hot, don't get me wrong. It was still a little bit warm, but there was a breeze blowing occasionally. And everybody had a good time, and they didn't really care how hot it was because it was just so beautiful there. Stewart Cellars is one of the oldest, most enchanting properties, actually, in Temecula wine country. And it's very affordable also to have events there. So, and they couldn't be more accommodating. They're wonderful people.
We're going to have to give them a call and chat with them, folks.
You are. Call Susan Stewart. She's very fun. She's a wild girl like that.
Yeah, because with the holidays coming and people are going to be looking for places to go to, and if they have events there or parties or whatever, it's going to be kind of nice to get them on the air and talk to them for a little bit.
Yes, and they're just so accommodating there. They just couldn't have been nicer to everybody there. And as far as the show went, I mean, the fashions were absolutely over the top. Up your alley just sparkled. There were just beautiful pieces of honeymoon wear and some bridal wear and mother of the bride, mother of the groom, a little bit of everything. The vendors were wonderful. There was wedding cake and parfaits and hors d'oeuvres and little mushrooms, and it was fabulous. I mean, it was just like being at a wedding, only there was no bride and groom.
A little less stress than an actual wedding.
Exactly, and all the vendors had a great time. We had 17 bridal models.
Oh, nice.
And they were spectacular. They were wearing everything from huge Cinderella ball gowns to old Hollywood glamour with a red lip. I mean, it was to die for. And there were guys in tuxedos that were just as handsome as you can get. There was a flower girl, and there was a little boy in a tuxedo. I mean, it was just wonderful. It was a regular runway show. And the collection was absolutely breathtaking. The designer's name is Ava Malloy, and she can design for any bride, any age, any size, any budget, and she just does a beautiful job with custom gowns.
Now, Cathy, when you have a chance, could you shoot me an email with her name and phone number?
Absolutely.
Because, you know, people are always calling Diane and I about tips, where to shop and what have you. And once we talk and find out about it, you know, we can get her some people.
Absolutely. I will do that as soon as we hang up, as a matter of fact. She was actually meeting with a bride and groom today to discuss doing a dress for them. And we did have a winner at the bridal fair. They won a free wedding. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, a free wedding.
Exactly.
Well, you know, let's give the couple a big hand for winning that free wedding. How fantastic.
No kidding. For a $15 ticket, they won the venue at Stewart. They got the dress. They got the food. They got the music. They got everything.
Wow, that's incredible.
I know. It almost makes you want to get married again, almost.
Almost. Just a little bit. Rhonda, does that make you want to get remarried again?
Oh, yes.